Welcome to Problematic K-pop Stands, where we share bad opinions because we think we're better than everyone else.
Because we are better than everyone else.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Nana and I'll be your host for today.
And my name is Hanji, and I'll be here for today.
Just for the vibes,
Always.
So let's pray this one goes well because it's our second, third time, fourth time trying to record this.
Third recorded, but we've practiced many times.
Yeah, we're kind of running out of things to say, but we're talkative, so we're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
So I guess we should start with today's title for
Yes.
the first episode. So let's start. So today is The Long Journey, the Gym Outs.
Ooh.
That's an interesting title.
Yes. Do we know what gym out means?
I mean, I think...
We'll see later.
Yeah.
And for anyone wondering where a long journey comes, the best informed will find. Try and
Go and figure this out. Go
and
and figure this out yourself.
give us your theories.
K-pop stands are really good with theory, so we're
True.
sure you'll figure it out.
I'm pretty sure, when we're gonna have 10 viewers, they're already gonna know.
Yeah, even... I don't think we'll reach 10, but if we do...
If we do, they will know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's our title, and our first chapter would be...
So, since it's the first episode, let's start with the presentations.
Yes.
Let's get to know each other the K-pop way. So, we'll talk a bit about our ults and the groups we stand. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to say. We can maybe say our MBTI, since K-pop loves that.
Oh, right.
Let's
I
add something
didn't
new.
think about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Favorite color, MBTI,
Favorite color, they're gonna start hating me.
Anyway, so like I said, my name is Nana. I'm 19. I'm old. The K-pop industry thinks I'm old, too old to
rag.
debut.
Really. Yeah, you're way too old to
Yeah.
debut.
My MBTI, it kind of changes between ISFP and ESFP. I think I'm an introvert, but
You're an
doesn't agree.
extrovert.
I'm really not.
You're an extrovert.
Anyways.
A true introvert has over 90% introvert. Is it really?
Okay, so you're the one who decides the MBTI things.
Yes.
Okay.
But really, you get more. You get the E more often.
Yeah, but I'd say maybe I'm more of an ambivert.
I'd say you are in the middle.
Really?
But I wouldn't call you an introvert or an extrovert. You're really
I'm really in the middle. It depends on my mood, honestly. Lately, I'm more the introvert side.
Yeah, because you got too much social activities
I really
in the
did.
last
That was
semester.
Too much for me.
Yes.
I'm tired. Anyway, to get back on the K-pop thing. So I'm more of a girl group stans. My old group is Billy because I have great taste, better taste than everyone else.
Well, confidence.
Yeah, I'm confident in my group. They're the best ones.
Billy is great.
Billy's amazing. And I've always loved jazz. I guess it's kind of embarrassing to say at my age. I'm a
you're
grandma.
talking about the music style.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
Billy has that jazz vibes to most of their songs, and
okay.
they made their songs for me and me only.
Yes, they had you
Exactly.
in their head.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pre-debut stand, obviously.
Yes, you're an important person. Well, you did get to a virtual fan meeting once.
Yeah,
so
not
that's a
with
pretty
Billy, but-
special. Yeah, but in general, it's pretty special to be able to get there, even though it wasn't.
Not today, but eventually I really want to talk about the video call fan sign with you. I think there's so much interesting stuff to say about that. Getting back on the old groups things, I stand a bunch of groups. The main ones would be Stacy, Kepler, New Jeans, The Seraphim, TXT, and IPEN. I've twice. Didn't forget about them this time around. I keep forgetting twice.
Yes, important. In all of the latest recordings, she forgot twice.
I keep forgetting twice, and I love Twice so much. They were my old group a couple of years back. Still are one of my favorite groups.
The feels.
I fancy in my heart. Oh, Fancy! I love Fancy. That was the first girl group album I ever bought. Get it?
Yeah,
Fancy.
because you used to only know boy groups.
Yeah, I used to be
That
a
was
huge
your
boy group stan.
dark era.
Really was.
Is that the cat?
That girl's music, taking a shit. Taking a shit ASMR.
Litter box sound. let's get back. Okay, so you were talking about Twice.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I had to say about Twice. I think since I've stan them for like the longest, they're the group I still stan that I've stan for the longest time. And I've had so many bias changes in that group, it's really funny to me. But I think that's all I have to say for me. I mean, unless you want to know my height. I'm 5'3", I'm short.
Yeah, short ass. Yeah, so that was all for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Well, my, like I said earlier, my name is Hanji, and my age is 18. I am younger.
She's the magnet.
Ooh la la. And my MBTI, I gotta not get that one wrong, because that one's hard. INTJ. So yeah, I'm INTJ. You wanted to say the favorite colors, you didn't say yours.
Oh, well, it's embarrassing. I mean, I like purple, but that's not because I'm an army. I just like the color, and Sua's favorite... Did I say what my old bias was? I don't think I said it.
No, you
my
didn't.
old bias is Moon Sua from Billy.
Yeah, I didn't mention the Moon family thing.
Yeah, the Moon family thing.
Because, like, your ults from when, like, we got to know other groups in BTS was Moonbin from
Moonbin,
S2.
and now it's Moon Sua. And I think it's so funny. Like, it obviously wasn't, like, planned.
Yeah.
I truly think that's funny. There's something about the Moon family. What can I say?
Yes, you love the Moon family.
And anyways, I just
Next
feel like
is
that purple.
Next is the father.
Yeah.
JYP style.
The dog and the grandpa.
Yeah.
The dog's shit. Who knows?
So yeah, so my my favorite color is gray. I am boring. I am aware of it, but everything I own. Let's wait for the cat to finish. Are you done?
Yeah, she's done.
Okay,
She's
perfect.
turning into
She's done
herself.
with her shit. Okay, let's continue our story. So, my favorite color is gray. I am a basic. All right. I'd say it's not even basic.
No,
it's
it's
just
not basic.
boring. I'm just boring.
You just have nothing special to bring to
Yeah, my
to the
car
world.
is gray. My bag is black. My tablet is black. My phone is pink.
That's kind of cool. Even my phone is not pink, and
Like,
everyone
it's
knows
rose
my love for
gold.
pink.
You know, my phone is pretty.
Wow, you're showing it to me like the world could see. Like our 10 viewers can see your pink phone.
If anyone was asking, it's like the Note 20 Ultra 5G Rose, like the pink one.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So
I know which one you're
But like, you
talking
can
about.
just go on Google and know what it looks like. Anyways, it's not. But like, the reason why it is because the black one was ugly.
I love how you're talking like it's the most interesting stuff ever. Like, why is my phone
babies.
pink?
Okay, it is an important part of my personality is my like love for my electronics and like
I agree.
we could speak about what we're studying. I think it might help with our personalities.
Oh yeah.
So I'm right now I'm studying like natural sciences and I'm going into computer science engineering for university. And you?
I'm a business student. Like, I study
Business.
business. I'm gonna be rich. Being a K-pop stan is expensive, so gotta get into it, and that's why I'm a business student.
Engineer gets paid.
I mean,
paid.
we're gonna be rich together. Like,
Yes.
let's do it. Let's get this. Let's get this bread.
So yeah, which means since I'm computer engineering, yes, I am obsessed with my electronics and like all of my computer things are my babies. So that's why I got into that a little bit too deep. So yeah, my favorite color was gray. My computer is gray, by the way.
Good for you.
And my alts, my forever alt group would be Ace, and my alt bias forever Pak Tuni Tun from Ace.
He's hot.
And
You got
he
this.
is, yeah. I gotta rewatch that Undercover.
Now that you're
Anytime soon,
thinking
like,
about
it's been too long.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, cause since like all of the members went to their military service, I was kind of depressive about Ace and didn't want, like, I was skipping their songs because I just didn't want to think about it.
Honestly, it's a mood because I'm kind of doing the same with Kepler. Like, sometimes I'm just like, damn, they're disbanding soon. And then I'm just like, Okay, well, let's not watch their content. I'll have more from later.
Yeah, it's just like it hurts. It's hard.
Kepler are babies. We're both so invested in
Ace come
Kepler.
back. Like, good thing I have 1 week to help me, cause like my almost the same level as Ace, but more recent group, cause I didn't get to know them. Like, it hasn't been that long. Is 1 week, like, a big fan of 1 week. Their songs are great.
I agree.
And like I'd say, like, my bias in 1 week, the only thing that's sad is that like he's a guitarist, and I don't know how to appreciate guitar.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's really good or if it's just
It's just it's just there, you know.
he's just there. But like I guess if he's there, he must be good. But like he's hot.
I mean, going to K-pop.
But like I really
looks
like his
do matter.
personality. Like when they're in their groups and I watch videos of 1week, I'm like, I am vibing with you. Like I relate.
That's another thing I want to talk about eventually, like groups in general and like personalities and all that.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of, let's say, talks about, oh yeah, these groups are just co-workers, these ones are friends, these ones are family.
Yeah.
Eventually we should really talk about that because
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting.
I have a lot to say with 1week.
I have a lot
Because
to say
like
about
1week
a lot
has
of groups.
weird vibes sometimes. Anyways, and
That's for
other
later.
like more general groups that I really stan would be like One Us, Astro, Very Very.
The French way, you know?
In French. Too used to it. And like 80s. Dreamcatcher. I really like Dreamcatcher. Like
Some of the best title tracks I've ever
Yeah.
heard. So
Déjà
good.
Vu.
Déjà Vu.
Déjà Vu. And like Boca Boca.
And, isn't there one like
Scream.
Maison?
There's Maison.
I
Oh,
swear
right.
there's one that's Maison.
Yeah, there's one that's Maison. Maison means house, basically. And like there's a Screamo as well. That's really good.
Well, while we're talking about French titles, you can maybe
Yes.
explain our beautiful accents.
Yes, the reason why this is because like even though we are not French, we are Canadian, but we come from Quebec. Not Montreal.
No,
Not the good city.
Well,
Well,
like
the
in the
it's a
countryside.
shit city, but there's stuff to do. We hate Montreal, but we have to admit there's stuff to do there.
Yeah,
But we
honest-
live in the second biggest city, which means Quebec City, if we can even call it that.
city is such a big word. I feel like I'm just living in one huge just like village.
Yeah.
With it's bad.
What's the name for banlieue in English?
Oh, I'll have to look it up. I don't know.
I knew it.
Yeah, same. I'm sure when we'll see, we'll like, oh yeah, that's that.
I thought you were searching Google on Google. The
Suburb.
suburbs. It's just suburbs. It's
Yeah,
not
honestly,
a
yes.
city.
I agree. It's so bad.
Yeah, there's nothing to do. Nothing.
As as a normal human being, you can find a couple things to do.
Yeah,
but
like
even as a K-pop fan, it's a word though. Like, you go to Sunrise to buy maybe one like BTS album, and it ends there.
yeah, but there's a Fanamanga.
Yeah, but I think the employee started of seeing me. She was so rude
Oh.
to me last time I went.
Oh, they're recognizing you.
Yeah, and it's always the same girl. And
Oh.
it's getting embarrassing, so I'm not going as often as anymore.
Well, you like worked right beside it,
Yeah.
so like that must have been.
Obviously, like, I had an hour break. What was I supposed to do?
And the thing is that like for you collect like I think it's like something that interesting to you. You collect photo cards
Yeah.
and you have lots of albums from like everything you stand and stuff.
Yeah, I love collecting merch, and it's
And like you have an
expensive and all
Instagram
that.
account
I do.
where you do trades, which would be interesting to plug. Cherry
Sungmin, if you want to trade. By the way, I'm very slow at responding to DMs, so I have no expectations.
For me, I have the A's discography that's possible to get because I don't have Undercover and the ones before.
Yeah.
Because like they're all discontinuing. It costs like thousands of dollars to get it. But I have like from Savage, I have all of the limited editions package that came.
That's
I
really
bought
cool.
all of
That's
them.
really cool.
Yeah.
Do they have like membership kits?
No.
Oh, that'd be nice if they did one. Like, you know,
If
the
they
card
have
with
one,
your
I'm
name.
not aware of it.
I have Kepler and, well, from the groups I still send, I have Kepler, and Billy ones, and it's some of my favorite merch. It's so cool. Like you just have your little like membership card with your name.
That looks cool.
It is.
And and I have like quite a bit of One We albums too. But like I don't really. I have Astro. I have like one Astro album.
I remember.
And then I have T1 albums that you gave me. But I haven't bought anything
else.
I
forgot to say I stand T1.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
complicated.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Since they're the loss of members, we can like get more deeper into that another time.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think we've like went on quite a bit. Because like we're still in how did we discover Kpop? Or no, we're in presentations.
Okay, well let's go to the next chapter. Yes, we're talking a lot today. It's fine. That's what we're doing. That's
like
what we're here for.
We did everything we had to do for presentations, I think.
Yeah, I mean at this point, if you still don't know us, that's maybe you can say like we're complete opposites.
Yes.
I think that's really fun and really adds to our dynamic.
Like, for example, yesterday we went to IKEA just for funs. And, like, every time we saw a room, she was like, oh, that one, that white, colorful one with all of the cutesy stuff, that's my vibe. And I went on the other side, the black one with, like, no personality, super classic, like, just, like, simplistic, but, like, darks or, like, no colors like beige and all of those toned down stuff. That was me. I
feel like if we could kind of spin our things into different vibes, maybe it'd be more like cottagecore and you're like dark academia. Yeah, I was gonna say it and I was like,
academia.
No, she can do it.
Academia.
I think that's the best way to like kind of get a general idea of what.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to say something. I forgot. Well, never mind.
Well, you can say it later on if you think about it.
Yeah, if I remember.
I think it's time we change the subject because we've been talking about this for a while.
We already know who we are, okay? So, what would be our second chapter? I'm sending that to you right now, I guess. Like, I haven't spoiled it already.
I mean, I guess you can kind of explain the concept of you sending things.
I forgot. Like it was said earlier, Nana will be our host, and like I said, I'm just here, but I do a little bit more than just being here. I write the scripts.
She does all the work, like, I was gonna say off camera, but like off mic.
Yeah, so basically I'm writing the scripts and I'm gonna be doing the editing too.
Exactly, and I don't see the scripts before we start recording.
So basically we both have our tablets with us and I'm sending her parts.
Exactly, it's only for this episode that I know most of them.
Yeah, you know most of them. First because like it's our third time trying to record this, and second because like it's our first one, so we were thinking of ideas.
Exactly, but in the future if I seem confused or surprised when reading one, just know that it's because we're both discovering them at the same time.
Yeah. So, and for the editing too, and that's pretty much my role, but like nothing that we say is scripted. Like, the only thing we are preparing is the chapter names.
Exactly.
So that's all we have. Like, we're just ranting right now.
And like, it's the third time recording this, and we're still saying new things. Like,
yes.
I think it's really funny. It's fun.
Yeah. And, like, basically, like, we didn't get that deep into what our podcast is, but, like, basically it's because we think that in the K-pop community, like, there's a lot of censorship because people are scared of being cancelled because of the toxicity of this fandom.
Oh,
it's big, and we don't give a shit about getting cancelled.
We've known each other I was thinking about that the other day, and we've known each other for, like, what, 5 years?
5 years?
I think it's almost been 5 years.
Well, it depends, since we're friends or that we know each other.
We know each other. Like, we weren't friends, but we were talking to each other.
Yeah, like, I'd say that's from, like, Sec 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's been pretty much 5 years. Yeah.
But we've always, whenever, like, when we both discovered that we were K-pop stans, we always had, like, long conversations about, like, certain topics. We've always had controversial opinions, I think.
Yes.
And we're not afraid of getting cancelled. We've got nothing to lose.
And, like, actually, our goal is to get cancelled by the end of the year.
Exactly.
From our 2 viewers. Potentially.
And obviously, like, we're popular opinions, most likely we're gonna share them with other people as well, but we have a few opinions that I think are problematic.
I'd say our opinions are probably shared with a lot of other K-pop stans, but nobody that has this opinion dares to actually say it and be confident about it.
No,
Because
yeah.
sometimes they say it and they're like, "Oh, it's a joke."
It's
But
yeah.
is
like-
it really?
People are just gonna say, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's problematic," and they never take the time to think about why is it problematic. Is it really problematic, or you just like don't like the concept
when
of
you
it?
there's a big thing about like, oh, unpopular opinions in K-pop, and there's like, oh, I think that idol is da da da. It's like it's super soft stuff.
Yeah.
We don't plan on staying that soft.
We're
And,
not
like,
scared.
For any K-pop stan right now being like, what are you talking about? Our fandom isn't toxic. It's like, how many times have you seen like influencers or like content creators in general speaking about things that don't have anything to do with K-pop and having to like when it's about to be about K-pop just because it comes into the conversation, right when they get there they're like, I'm gonna stop talking here because I'm gonna get like attacked by all of the armies in the like in the comments, and they have to stop because like it's shitty.
Yeah, it's not fun, and I think we can kind of go deeper into that with in like 2 chapters.
Yeah. So we're gonna stop on that because like that was just to say like what our podcast will be.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna talk too much about like what we will be speaking about, but like that's what our podcast will be.
So anyways, the next chapter kind of goes with a presentation, and it's how we discovered how we got into K-pop.
Yes. It's not in 2 chapters, it's 3.
It's chapter 3. No, it's chapter 2. Anyways, this is chapter 2, isn't it?
No, because like
Oh, this is chapter 3.
this is chapter 2.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I feel like this one we might not talk about as long because we've already talked about this so many times with each other.
Yes.
But it's quite a simple story. So basically, I had a friend in high school who used to be a really big BTS fan. I wouldn't say stan. She knew a few other K-pop groups. She really liked Mamamoo. No, she was a EXO NT actually. She wasn't that fun for her. Anyways,
You used to be an EXO fan.
I used to stan. I was never a big EXO stan. I never
I
say
still
I was an
remember like
EXO
the
L.
Kai thing. I still remember like you know that like song. I really was never into EXO. Forgive me if I don't know the names. But there was that song where like I think it was Kai with the crop top, and I know
yeah.
you were streaming that song.
Okay, they have good title tracks and some
Yes.
good B-sides. But
You used to be a big NCT fan too. You knew all of them.
I used to be a huge NCT stan. I think it lasted for only 2 months though. But
Yeah.
I was Doyoung's biggest fan, and I still think he's so hot. I love his voice. Love that guy. Anyways, to get back into how I got into K-pop, so I had that friend was a BTS fan, and during like her breaks, we used to always go outside to take pictures. And while we were taking pictures, she was just like playing music. And one time she was playing Butterfly by BTS, and I really liked that song. So I decided to listen to it in my own time, but never really got into them. And eventually BTS had their comeback with Fake Love, and she kind of forced me to listen to it, but I really liked it. And I think 1 week or 2 after that, I went to her place and we watched Try Not to Laugh BTS videos together. And I was like, wow, they're really funny. So I just went back home and streamed BTS Try Not to Laugh videos for like 2 weeks straight. So I eventually got into them. But I've always really liked their music. Like whenever she would make me listen to a new BTS song, I was like, wow, it's really good.
Yeah. Well, at that time their songs were good.
Yeah, definitely.
And for me, like my first experience with K-pop was except like the Gangnam Style.
Yeah, I feel like it's most
all-
people's first experience.
Yeah, but like nobody considers this as true K-pop. But basically, my first was more in secondary one. Secondary one is 12. I was 12. 11? No, I was 11.
No, you're
No, I was 12.
12.
I was 12.
12
But
going
I
on 13.
started secondary one in 11, but I turned 12.
For real?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You
I
remember
was,
my birthday is at the
yeah,
beginning of
you're
the
right.
year,
I was
beginning,
12,
beginning.
almost 13.
Yeah, because you're a year older than
Yeah.
me, even though we're in the same school year. So when I was 12, secondary one.
Yeah, you
12.
were
Yeah,
12.
12. So I was staying with my sister and her friends were BTS stans, and they made me listen to Blood, Sweat and Tears, which I loved.
It's such a good
I really
song.
thought it was cool. I didn't know it was from the artist called BTS. All I knew that I was vibing with that money, 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 even though I know that's not what they're saying.
I would force my dad to listen to that song because I thought it was so good. But I didn't know the lyrics, so I'd be like screaming my lungs out in the car, like money, money, money.
So yeah, but like then it stopped there. I was interested, but I didn't go further. It's the year after in secondary 2, not 3. I'm skipping years. In secondary 2, where I like started to know Korea, and I wanted to get to know more about that country. I was really interested in like East Asian countries, especially Korea. So I was interested in learning Korean, learning about the culture and stuff, and like their entertainment industry was just part of that. So I wanted to get to know more about K-pop, and like I knew my sister's friend, so I asked about her.
You're interested in her.
I asked her for recommendations for K-pop. And like before that, I had also like listened to Not Today with I loved. It was really great. But I also didn't know if it was BTS. I didn't know it was the same artist as Blood, Sweat and Tears from a year earlier and stuff. And I didn't know my sister's friend was just a BTS fan. I thought it's just K-pop, and I expected her to give me lots of groups, but she only stan BTS. So she sent me like a list of BTS songs and a list of BTS videos to get to know them and stuff, and I just binged that.
But at the time, BTS it was maybe only in Quebec. I think it was really hard to find multi-stan. Like, if you knew a K-pop stan, it was a BTS stan, and that's it.
Or an EXO fan.
But even then, there weren't a lot of EXO fan.
Yeah.
I think I only knew maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah. And, like, I feel like at that time, multi-stans were seen weirdly because there was so many fights between these fandoms. So it was like they were betraying one of them. But that's talk for another time.
Yeah.
The betrayals and multi-stans. So that's basically it. And I want to mention how both of us actually got to know BTS around the same time. So a few months before the Fake Love comeback. So we're kind of late, I'd say, because like we're after DNA.
Yeah, I would consider myself a late K-pop fan, honestly. I've never considered myself like I'm an old K-pop fan. I think I'm not really.
Like, we got in when it was already really popular.
Exactly. But if we think about it, it's already been a couple of years. I feel like I've only been a K-pop stan for like 2 years, and like, it's been a while.
Yeah, but like it's been... Time flies. In my head, we're still in 2020.
Honestly, same. Like, I'm stuck there.
And it just stuck. Anyway, so yeah, and fun fact, I was actually in New York during that comeback because there was a school trip. So like I went to the location where they had filmed like a late night show like the previous day, and I went to a BT21 store, and I have videos of me filming the billboards where there was like the Fake Love ad running and stuff. So that was a good experience.
So cool, honestly. Like, I wish that I would have had such
for
a
like
fun
a
experience.
new army. That was great.
That's an amazing experience.
But for the rest, New York was shit. But like, you know, at least it was that.
That makes up for it, honestly. Like, it's a cool memory to have a new K-pop stan.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really cool.
So I think that basically wraps up the story of how we got into K-pop. So what would be our next I can't speak.
It's getting late, it's fine.
Chapter, it's not even that late, it's not even 10.
But it's our third time, it's fine.
Yeah. So our next chapter, I'm sending that to you right now.
Laissez prendre ta gorgée.
Glou glou.
Okay, so the next chapter is definitely gonna explain our title a bit more. Did we even say the title?
Yeah, we said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
If we didn't, the title for today is Long Journey, the Gym Outs.
Exactly. So next chapter is why we gymmed out.
Yes.
Do you want to explain the title a bit?
Yes, because that's my title.
Yeah.
That was our surprise for today. You didn't know, but like we don't have the recording of when she first learned about our great title.
I'm a bit disappointed. But it's not because we lost it. I still read it before. The title, I read it before. Not the chapter, but the episode title.
Yeah.
I read it before recording, so anyways.
Anyways, it's fine. So, I don't know even if it's still like an inside joke, cause like I've been out of the fandom for so long, I really don't know. But I know when we were big armies, it was like a big thing. Like once you gym in, you can't gym out.
I feel like it's still a thing, but the STANS realized that was kind of cringe.
Yeah. And I think like at the same time as us, a lot of armies got out.
Yeah, definitely.
I've seen like a lot.
A lot of the current armies are extremely young. I feel like I've seen like a bunch of 11 years old being armies, streaming like Jungkook on the top of their lungs. I'm like,
wow, Jungkook.
I was still playing Roblox at that age. What you doing there? Like,
yeah. So basically, yeah. So you probably guessed it. In our presentations, there was no BTS in our ults. Not even close.
And we keep talking
about them. And then in
them.
our story of how we discovered it, just BTS. BTS only. And what it means is that there was a part of our lives where we left the BTS behind.
We closed the door to the magic shop. We left. Oh, people are not gonna like that I laughed at that.
Bye bye, magic shop.
You know, BTS did their service for us. We no longer need them.
No,
it's the end of the magic shop for us. We left. No, we locked the door. We got our bags.
It was fake love.
This entire time, fake love.
I think we would agree to say that the main reason that started us wanting to separate from this fandom is, well, from this group, I guess, is the fandom. The problem is the fandom and the toxicity of armies. But we're not going to get too deep into this because that's for another episode. Because there's way too much to say about this.
We can't get canceled on the first episode. We gotta wait at least for a second.
Well, we haven't started really good because it's just saying that can like trigger the armies.
I mean, I did kind of already say something problematic, like with the magic shop joke. I know a lot of armies aren't gonna like that.
Yeah, you know, it's
I just think it's so fucking cringe. I'm sorry. Like, I keep seeing TikToks and I'm like, I'm closing the door to the magic shop. It's so cringe. Why are you doing that to yourself?
We both like the first trigger was the toxicity of armies. Even though K-pop stands in general toxic, we're talking about a whole other level with the armies.
And I guess it's to be expected with how big the fandom is, but even at that point, it's so bad.
Like, I'd say even like the Beatles fan were never as bad as BTS.
Yeah, that's because they're old as fuck, but you know.
Yeah, but at the time the Beatles were a thing.
Yeah. But you're right. Like, obviously, every fandom has toxic people. Like, even Celine Dion has toxic people, I bet. But it's so
She's
bad.
She's sick, by the way.
Thank you for letting me know. Gotta attend her funeral. You know, she's from Quebec as well.
No, but like, I think she's like losing her voice or something like that. Like, it's something related to her voice.
Oh, maybe. She's getting old, you know. She's not young anymore.
Oopsies.
Anyways, what are we talking about here? Like, I don't think she's a K-pop stan. Well, maybe. She looked like she'd be a BTS stan. She's like, oh, V, get
she
it,
looks
my
like
man.
your mom.
She could be my mom. I think she could be my grandma as well.
Ooh.
But you didn't air that from me. Love you, by the way, Dion.
Dion.
Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, it's to be expected with how big the fandom is.
But I think, like, it's an extreme.
It's very extreme.
So, we, like, concluded that the first reason would be the fandom, then it's the shame of being an army. Like, it's not something you're gonna brag about. You want to hide it. You want to hide being a K-pop stan because you're scared they're gonna think you're an army.
Exactly.
Basically. And then the third one is the shit music.
Yeah, honestly, like after Fake Love, the music kind of just
started dropping.
And it's kind of sad.
Then there were good ones, and then shit.
Idol wasn't that bad. I could vibe with Idol, it was okay.
It was alright.
Like, the album was really good.
The rest of the album was great.
Amazing. Then Boy With Love. Boy With Love, title track, not the best. The rest of the album, great.
Great.
And
then
then
Map of the Soul 7.
Map of the Soul, same thing. I was already not into BTS as much anymore.
We were outing, but the songs, we have to admit, were good.
But I think it's before they released that album, they were already like mostly in the States, only promoting their songs to American fans.
And like they stopped going to any Korean like promotion things. They
Boy
were
With
just
Love
going,
was the last one.
and like I don't know if you agree with me, but all of those American promotions just gave me bad vibes.
Exactly.
Because like you just had the interviewer only asking questions to RM, and basically the questions were so dumb. Like nothing related to the promotions. It was just like, it's so far in my memories, so I don't remember exactly the questions they were saying, but just
it was bad.
It was like, what's the best thing you like on like your right left member?
Yeah. Oh, what's the food do you want to taste in the States?
And like Panda Express.
Oh, that Sprite.
But like,
and also I feel like after Boy With Love, BTS kind of stopped doing basic K-pop group things. They stopped going on music shows. They stopped doing basic like comeback announcements, kind of. You know, like when a group has a comeback, they release like the concept pictures, the previews, and all that.
Yeah.
And with Seven, they kind of stopped doing that. And they released like a music video for Black Swan before the comeback.
Well, their comebacks that one was really hard to follow because of Black Swan. It's like, what is Black Swan? The song is great, but what are you doing here?
The music video was so strange, and
I like the vibe though.
I like the vibe, but it's not something I'm used to, so I had a really hard time like appreciating the art of it.
Yeah.
And so I was just confused. The song is great though. I really like the song.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole comeback kind of left me like wondering what was going on.
Yeah.
And I just wish BTS would have stayed as a like normal K-pop group.
Yeah.
I feel like TXT TXT found a good way to balance both like Korea and USA promotions. Like they're promoting a lot in the States, but they kind of keep the vibe of a basic K-pop group, which I really like about them.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much why we got out of BTS, but like we're gonna have to talk way more about BTS later. That's just like entrée.
What's entrée in English?
Appetizer.
Oh, appetizer, yeah. I feel like the next chapter also, you kind of talked about it a bit, but it's the shame of being a K-pop stan.
We've talked to it quite a bit in the previous chapters.
Yeah, let's maybe not talk about it, but experiences we've had as a K-pop stan. I think that's a good way to go.
Yeah.
I've had one moment that I think it traumatized me. So I don't even know why that happened, but we were in science class. I'm a basic K-pop stan. I put a photo card on the back of my phone.
Yes.
I have a clear case, and at that time I had a Bumgyu photo card. I love that boy. He's my bias in TXT most of the time.
Yeah, like every 2 weeks.
And then so we were in science class, and in that class we had like tables, and you had like someone sitting beside you. You were sharing the table with someone else, and there was that guy beside me, and it was like he had like fuckboy vibes, you know, a basic straight boy. We're not gonna say names, but you know who I'm talking about. So yeah, that boy was beside me, and then we weren't friends, but we were talking because we were both really dumb, so we were helping each other out.
Can't relate.
And then we were doing exercise, so I got up and got my phone because we couldn't keep phones on ourselves. We had to put them in the back. And I wanted to listen to music while working.
Yeah.
So I go and get my phone, and when I sit back down, that guy looks at me and asks me, "Oh, what kind of phone do you have?" So I tell him. And then he's like, "Oh, can I see the back of your phone?" I'm just like, yeah. So I show him the back of my phone, and he has a goddamn Bumgyu photo card on the back. And he's like, "Oh." And I was so embarrassed, and I couldn't leave because the class was still going on. So I was just sitting there with my Bumgyu photo card trying to do my science homework.
Fuck you, Bumgyu.
That left me traumatized.
Yeah, I would be.
It was a good photo card though. I don't have it anymore, but it was a good photo card.
But like you had great photo cards. I remember your phone at that time. It was vibing.
Yeah, I was ugly as fuck, but I had good photo cards.
Yes, that's the important part.
I think that's the time that traumatized me the most with the.
Yes.
That's I was like, oh,
Let's
that's
not talk about that. OCR class.
Oh, it doesn't. It's not with K-pop. That's with the K-drama. It's different.
Yeah, that's. Let's not talk about that one.
And I don't. There's also something that I'm wondering.
I'm gonna keep that one as secret as the what Jungkook ate in Daegu.
Oh.
Or was it Busan?
I
There
don't.
was like a thing with BTS where like they were at a fan meeting and then like
Oh,
they
I
asked Jungkook
remember,
what was
yeah.
the best thing he ate, and then there was a secret
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah.
and then like it's the myth that will be the myth of the ASEA class.
I like that. That's good. There's another thing that I keep wondering about. I don't know if it's just because I have the look of a basic K-pop stan, like basic white bitch who likes K-pop, but for some reason, everyone in my life knows I'm a K-pop stan, and even people I don't know. There's that boy in my program that I was friends with last semester, and I've never told him anything about K-pop. And at the time, I didn't have photo cards at the back of my phone anymore. Like, there was nothing to tell me K-pop stan. I didn't have background with an idol. I just had a basic background. And then he looks at me, he's like, oh, you're a K-pop stan. I'm like, how did you know? How? Tell me. That's it's so strange.
Well, for me, like we have really different experience on that. Just well, first because our level of standingness.
Yeah.
Because like my background was my horse for forever until I had like just an aesthetic phone and my phone case. I never had like my phone case was clear, but I didn't have any photo cards, and I never even thought about putting one there. And like I'm not like I don't collect things. I don't have that many albums, but I'm really into Korea in general, which means I am learning Korean at a pretty advanced level. I'd say I'm not like advanced, but what I mean is that I'm not just like, oh, I can say 안녕하세요. Like I'm not like the only vocabulary I have isn't just like oppa.
Yeah.
And you know, like I can have like a serious conversation, and I have proofs of that because I have like Korean friends that don't speak English, okay? And like I've been hanging out with them. Well, not I've been, but like I have.
Yeah.
Because I went to Korea. And like Korea is a big thing in my life in a way that like learning Korean has became my personality, and I plan on going to study university in Korea, and that's kind of hard to hide. So, and when you say you're gonna study abroad, everybody asks you where. So I don't really have any other choice than to say I'm going to Korea, and I'm like, oh, well, that's a country that's far, and sometimes they don't even know what Korea is.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
And then it's like, oh, but do you even speak the language? Is it in English? And I'm like, no, I do speak Korean. I've been learning for like 5-6 years. Yeah, and well, it's actually 6 now.
Wow. Oh, you're not young anymore.
I started learning at 12. I was a bit crazy. Yeah, and like it's become a big thing. So, and automatically when you say about Korean is something a minimum young, they automatically think that you're a K-pop stan, and like it just I get.
Oh, you like those
out.
Chinese boys who wear makeup
Yeah.
and paint their
With
nails?
their colorful hair.
Yeah. Oh,
Is
but
it-
they all look the same.
Yeah. Ooh la la. One time my mom was watching a drama but dubbed. So when she started
Oh,
watching,
no.
she didn't know it was like a K-drama. But like when I passed, like I knew it was Sweet Home, by the way.
Oh, she's got
She
great
was
taste.
watching Sweet Home, and like when I passed in front of her, I told her like it was a drama and I had like seen the webtoon and stuff. And like a few hours later, she comes running. My dad was in a meeting, which was really funny. But basically, she came running, and where she was placed was in the angle of the camera of my dad during COVID, by the way. And she went to tell my sister and me, and she like came running down the stairs and just said, oh my god, those Koreans are so funny. Because you said one joke.
Oh my god, that's something my mom would do, honestly.
So that's pretty funny experience because like my dad was just watching. What are you doing?
Oh no, poor dad.
So there's like stuff like that, and like it's always super embarrassing. So, and to the point that like the word for Korea in French is cringe.
It really is. Like,
It's cringe to
whenever
me.
I want to say that word out loud, I feel like I have to whisper it. I don't want anyone to hear me say that word.
I would prefer saying Meteor Garden than
Honestly,
saying
yeah.
Korea.
Like, it's so bad.
Plus, like, those unfunny jokes of being like, oh, yeah, so, like, I plan on studying abroad, and they're like, oh, where? Well, I'm going to Korea, and I just say Korea. I don't say South Korea.
Yeah.
Like, Corée du Sud.
Obviously,
Corée du
you're
Sud,
not going to
that's
North
too long.
Korea. Like, honestly.
Everybody knows that, but then what they're saying is like, which one? Or like, I hope you're not going up north. Or like comments like this, and it's like,
I don't know if
yeah.
it's just where we are from.
Yeah,
But
might be. But
Might be, but people, adults, they're so unfunny and all say the same bad jokes, comments, and all that.
Yeah, and like since I've been working somewhere where like it's really Asian related, so I get like many times it worse because like
Yeah.
seeing like comments about the things we sell and stuff. Yeah,
Definitely.
that's pretty annoying.
Mm. Oh, welcome to Quebec, I guess.
So I think we've went around different experiences of the shame of being a K-pop stan, but I'm pretty sure that's a subject we will be coming back around a lot of times.
It's always there. You know, we've been
Yeah.
K-pop stands for what, like 6 years now? 6, 7
Yeah,
years?
6 years.
And
As long as I've been learning Korean.
yeah, and I'm still very much ashamed of being a K-pop stan. It doesn't change. I'm
Yeah.
not as embarrassed by it anymore.
But I'd be honest, it would be hard for me to like say exactly which one is more embarrassing between watching K-dramas and liking K-pop.
they're both I still have
Both are really embarrassing. Which one is more than the other, I couldn't say.
Yeah, I think no, they're both embarrassing.
Yeah,
It's,
really.
like, and it's not as bad as it was for me a couple years back. I don't know for you, but I still wouldn't go like in the street and yell, "I'm a K-pop stan.
I would never.
I like Billy."
Never.
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess we can kind of go on with our next chapter now.
Yes. You don't know that one.
No, I don't
never
know.
went that far, so I'm gonna.
We're going something new. Hopefully, we have stuff to say.
But I don't know how much we're gonna be able to talk about this one because we've been around the bush here quite a few times.
Oh, okay, yeah, we've talked about it.
Yeah, I think we can just skip that one and keep it for like.
Let's keep it for a big time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We're gonna keep it a surprise.
suspense for the watchers.
Like we said, we're not trying to get cancelled on our first episode yet.
So I'd say from the next chapter, we're getting out of the presentations and stuff, and we're really getting into real subjects.
Oh, this one. Okay, I was gonna say we're not getting cancelled today. We are getting
We
cancelled.
are getting canceled.
This has been one of my favorite subject for maybe a year or two now. We're talking solo stands.
Yeah, and we I would like to preface this chapter by saying we used to hate solo stands, both of us. We used to hate solo stands, and we used to joke about each other every time we would say a little bit something that could bring to preferring another member. We would keep telling each other, "You're a solo stan," and I'd be honest, there was a time where I meant it.
Yeah, same. And if we're being honest, we both are solo stands right now.
Now, I am confidently
I will go in the street
duo
and yell,
stan.
"I'm a solo stan."
I'm gonna have to be completely honest. There is a reason why I do not care Chan is still here in Ace. I am getting cancelled, but like, I have in Ace, which is my old group, I love their songs, but with just Chan, I wouldn't stan. And like, if there wasn't Jun and Donghoon, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give a shit about the group. And like, cause my ults are Jun, so Park Chuni, and Donghoon, then I really like the Pyeongkwan's vibe and his rap and stuff, and like
Love
you
that
know
guy.
that part of like Pyeongkwan and Wow doing that thing in
Yeah.
Undercover.
Yeah,
I love that part.
that.
So like there are parts where I really love what they do. Chan he's there. Like you know the song that I hate the most in Ace is Take Me Higher when Chan wasn't there. Maybe he does something in the group. Who knows?
Maybe. But I feel
I
like
do have to be honest, like when I watch like Ace promotions, I only watch like June and Donghoon fan cams. I don't really care about the rest. And like that's just it. And like even with Wonwi, you know, from the beginning of when I started standing Wonwi, no matter how much I love that group and their songs, and I love the voice of the guy I hate, but like I just spoil it, but there is a guy I hate in Wonwi.
I feel like before we get too deep into that, we should talk about why we think it's okay to be a solo stan, and then
Yeah.
talk about why we are solo
So
stans.
basically, the preface is that we used to hate solo stans, but now we really don't give a shit.
It's like that means like maturing. I don't know how to say that word.
Maturing.
Maturing is
Ooh.
it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It sounds bad when you say it out loud, but maturing
Yeah.
is realizing that being a solo stan is completely fine and
We are-
normal.
Yeah, we are becoming mature
Exactly.
to try and make it the
I
easy way.
feel like with times you realize that obviously you're not gonna like everyone in life, and
Yeah.
it's normal in a K-pop group you don't like everyone.
And I think it's like the same like logic of not liking every song of a group. Like
Exactly.
when I remember when I was in army, there were songs I really didn't like, especially like No More Dreams.
Yeah.
We Are Bulletproof Part
And
One.
I would
I
force
don't like
myself
those,
to
and I would
listen to-
still put them in my playlist, listen to them, not let myself skip them, and say I like them even though I
Exactly.
didn't like them, because I thought I would be a bad person if I didn't.
I did the same thing, and
I think it's like the same logic.
yeah, I feel like as long as you're not 8 days,
Yeah, we're
if
not
you're not
hating
sending
on
8
them.
to other members, there's nothing wrong in being a solo stan. If you don't even have to support the full group. As long
Yeah.
as you don't send 8, there's nothing wrong with only
Yeah.
liking one person in the group.
Yeah.
And you could only like full on support and follow everything they do and don't care about the rest of the group. Who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything. There's a reason why Jungkook has more followers on Instagram than everyone else.
Yeah, but like I don't understand why it's so demonized to like it's basically just like liking one of the member better than the other ones is demonized in K-pop in
And
general.
isn't having a bias the same thing?
Yeah, but like if you say that you have to be in the mentality of you love all of them, there's that one in the peak of the star, but it's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But if you just say like this one I love him and the rest is like it's alright, then you're bad.
Exactly.
But like it's the same thing. We're just not at the same height.
And obviously there are some groups that you're gonna be like, I love all members. For me, Billy, like Sua is my old, but I love all the members so much with all my heart. But it's not like that for all groups. Like
Yeah.
there's just some groups that the
Like,
members I don't
There's
care
just
too much
people
about.
that you don't vibe with. It's like when I said about Wonwi, when actually probably my favorite voice in Wonwi is actually that guy that I just said that I didn't like. But when I watch videos, I don't like his vibe.
You should say the name.
It's the kind. No, I don't want to get cancelled.
We're getting cancelled. That's
I forgot
what we're
his
here
name.
for.
Okay.
That's why you're not saying.
Yes, I know all of the names and I forgot his.
Oh, you're truly. I guess while you're looking it up, I'll talk about my experience. It's similar to yours. I've always wanted to get into WJSN because I love their music so much. And then I watched Queendom, and there's that one member I really dislike. I don't vibe with her. She has such bad vibes, and she's also kind of ugly. I'll be completely honest. I don't. What's her name? Oh, now I know. Wait. Oh, it's Exy. I don't like her. I don't vibe with her. There's nothing I like about her. But there's Bona in WJSN, and I love her so much. And I'm full on solo standing Bona. I have 2 of their albums. I have photocards from that group. Only Bona. She's the only one I support. She's the only one I stand. I'm not a stan of the group.
Well, it's like when you were with an iPen.
Yeah,
you
for-
loved Sunu and you hated all of the members
ever
at the
since
beginning.
debut, I was a Sonu solo stan, and then I eventually got into an iPen. But I've
Yeah.
always been Sonu love of my life, and never was the biggest fan of the other members. Someone is really hot though, I have to say that, so I like him. And even though Jay has the biggest white boy vibes I've ever seen, I kind of vibe with him. I like that guy. He's funny. He's nice.
But like, I actually found his name. It wasn't that long. It's Younghoon. It's the leader of the group, and like I really love his voice. Like it really makes the songs. But I don't like his mannerisms, and I'm not. I really like when there's interaction with the members. I really feel like he's. I don't know. It's the kind of person that in real life it would be like, you can stay out there. I'm not gonna go talk to you. So I just don't really vibe with it. But I love all of the other members, and like when there's like the songs, I really like his voice. But it's just as a human being, I'm not a fan. I don't really like
it happens. Obviously, you don't like everyone. I don't like everyone I work with. I don't like everyone I
But that
study
doesn't mean
with.
I'm gonna go start insulting them. It's just like I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm
Exactly.
gonna stay away.
I don't like you. I don't care about you. I'm just not gonna think about you or interact
And I think
with you.
it's just more mature to be able to say like, I don't like that member, but I still really like their songs, and I like that other member, so I'm just gonna stand them and ignore in a way.
Exactly. And honestly, it's for the best.
Yeah,
This way,
like
everyone's winning.
He's getting his promotions. Like when I buy their albums, I'm not gonna remove just his money.
Exactly. And like, he's still getting money. He's getting no hate. The members are getting love. Everyone's winning.
Exactly.
So I don't see why there's such a bad image with being a solo stan.
Yeah. So, you got to know a little bit more about our opinions and why we say we're quite
Controversial.
Yeah. But I'd say that's still like really soft for sometimes what our opinions are.
But I think it's still one of our best opinions.
Yeah. I think it's a really...
It really needs to be talked about because
Yes.
I know there's probably a bunch of K-pop stans that are solo stans. There's a bunch of YouTubers I watch that are collectors. They collect photo cards.
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch them and I'm like, they have such solo stan vibes to them. And then they're like, oh, but I love all the group. Do you really?
Yeah. But like you need to say that because you're gonna get hate if you
Yeah.
don't. That's the problem with this fandom.
And that's the same thing with merch. Sometimes, you get a random photo card.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me. I know you've been disappointed with a photo card you got at least once.
Yes. Like, example, the last one we album I bought, I got Younghoon. I was like,
remember.
yay.
Yeah. What's another? I know I've had albums. Oh, when I used to buy NCT albums, I often get Johnny, and I just don't care about him. And I was like,
And like
oh.
I remember like for the Savage was it Savage? I don't know, but there was like one of my Ace albums that had like a special like
Oh, a venti,
Polaroid
Oh yeah.
pictures that was signed, and I got wow. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. Like if I had a trade account, I would have traded.
Yeah, let's be honest.
But like it's still in my collection, but like I would have preferred someone else.
We've all been disappointed, and it's fine. Like TXT, I love all members of TXT, but in every single TXT album I've ever bought, I always pulled Taeyeon.
Yeah, and
I'd
he's never
rather-
been in the
He's never
bias
been
list.
in the bias line.
Well, give it to me. I like Taeyeon.
Well, I don't know. Give me Bumq and then we'll talk.
I don't have any TXT stuff.
But I love Taeyeon, but I'd rather have a Bumq for the kind,
Yeah, but like, I feel like that's actually normal. I'm pretty sure that even the ones that hate this feel it.
Yeah.
To have been someone that hated solo stan, I felt it at that moment too. Like,
Oh, the BTS albums. When I
like
would
in
feel
BTS,
like-
let's get cancelled today. I have always disliked J-Hope.
I've always disliked RM. I don't like that guy. I don't vibe with him.
I don't like J-Hope's vibe. He's too happy. I don't like it. But like, it's the same thing as like, I give the Inside Out example.
Oh yeah.
I am a person that hates like toxic positivity. So when I watch Inside Out, I hate Joy. It's too, no, I hate you. Stop a second. Think
but
about it.
I
That's not
agree.
rational. And like for me, J-Hope is just like that. And it's no. No.
And honestly, like whenever I bought BTS albums and then I'd get either like a Jin, J-Hope, or RM photo card, I'd be disappointed. I was like, oh, no one's gonna trade with me
Well,
with
I'm
that.
gonna be totally honest. I have 2 BTS albums. One of them didn't have photo cards. No, I think it had one. I think I had RM
The
in
one
one.
with soy sauce.
No, I had like I poured not poured, but like I splashed soy sauce in my first BTS album I got. But like I think one of the 2 albums had RM and the other one had J-Hope. Like how to have luck.
I used to pull Jungkook a lot, but there was
That's
the
fine.
is it like Forever Young, the name of the album with the one the
With the Montgolfière?
yeah. I forgot. Also balloon.
Yes.
That one. And Jungkook has the prettiest photo card for that, or Yoongi, and I was like, damn, I really hope I pulled it. And I pulled J-Hope.
But it was your first bias.
Yeah, but I wasn't biasing him at that point. That was kind of a letdown.
Yeah. But like, I'm gonna be totally honest, those photo cards stay in that album. They never left.
There's a reason why I don't collect BTS anymore. I've still had a lot of good merch for them, and I sold like all of it.
Do you still have like the Mattel poupée?
Oh, I still. Who the fuck is gonna buy it? My parents, like, they thought I was the biggest like BTS fan ever, even when I stopped standing them. And one year for Christmas, they bought me all those ugly ass Hasbro dolls, and they scare me at night. I'm about to have nightmares. Like that J-Hope doll is looking at me straight into my eyes. It's so bad. It's embarrassing.
But my parents also think that I'm still a big BTS fan.
Yeah, I had to like straight up tell my friends like I don't stand BTS anymore.
So like my recent example of like my parents not understanding them, also not understanding my first intentions, because like I said in my Kpop getting to know story, I first got to know Korea, and to get to know Korea I started to listen to K-pop, but I was interested in Korea and I wanted to get to know more before. But when I went to Korea, I went to a wedding of my friend at some point. That was really awkward because I knew no one, and like it was really weird because I was just like the white girl, plus I'm pretty tall. She said her height, right? You said your height.
Yeah, I'm
in that
5'3".
version. 5'3". I'm 5'8". Okay? So, I was pretty tall, and so I stood out quite a bit. Why do I start getting an accent? I don't know. So I was there, I was trying to stay with my friend, and at some point we sat down, and we were eating, because like we just had gotten food from the buffet. So we were sitting and eating, and there was like her uncle, I think, in front.
God.
And like he was just watching me. Really weird.
Oh, that's bad.
That was really awkward. And then like he asked like, you came because of BTS, right?
Oh, I would have been so embarrassed if
I
that
was like,
happened to me.
No, and like my friend knew I hated when people like did that, because like I've stopped liking BTS for so long at this point, because like that's this summer. And like my friend like said no and like tried to explain my story, but she doesn't know my true story. Like this true story is kind of dark. And then I was like telling that story to my parents, and my parents were like, but that's true.
Oh, that's the worst.
So like
like I feel like parents don't understand. Anyways, oh, there's something I want to talk about eventually, kind of soon. Well, it's still like relevant. Not today, but soon in a future episode. New Jeans released a new song. It's called. We don't need to know for today. Maybe if we talk about it, but it kind of talks about all K-pop stans are so attached to K-pop idols, and I think it's really important to talk about that eventually. Wait, for today. Was that everything you have to say?
No, we still have chapters. We have two chapters
for
left.
solo stans.
But like for solo stan, I think we've went.
Yeah, I mean we can always talk about it like here later on.
Yeah, it's just like our first episode, so we mainly chose the chapters so we can get to know basically what our opinions look like. that's what was important today. And I think like we went around our opinion on this. So next one is our next cancellation.
I'm excited. I don't remember anything, so I'm looking forward to it.
It's something that will hit close to you.
Oh, I'm
not
scared now.
me so much.
Oh, God, I love that one. Oh, that's... Okay.
That's for you.
I'm gonna talk about it for a bit, not too much, because we've been talking for a while now.
We'll talk about this more with a deep dive on.
Yeah. So let's
Boys
just do
Planet.
like general thing. So this chapter is opinions on survival shows.
Survival
Uh,
shows.
Do I was gonna say I love survival shows. Do I? I kind of do. Whenever like there's nothing playing, I feel like a survival show would be nicer now.
A few moments later.
So
We're back for real now.
yeah, we had a small break. That was an
break.
I mean, it took like what 30 minutes overall. It's not that bad,
Probably around that.
and we needed that. We had been filming for like, not filming, like recording.
For way too long.
Yeah.
For people that were recording for the first time of their lives, and it's starting to get late.
Yeah.
Like it's almost 11.
At night, by the way, not like before lunch.
It's late.
Oh, it's getting real late. Gotta go to bed soon.
And like we
Anyways.
already, I, at least me, I got to bed really late yesterday already. So
Yeah, me too. Was
cat
really
is
tired.
making sounds.
So should we do our next chapter now?
Yes, I sent it to you before the break, so I guess you already know what it is.
I already know. So this one is kind of like perfect timing, but we're not gonna get like too deep into it because I think it's better if we talk later on. But it's our opinions on survival shows.
Yes.
We're both not the best because we haven't watched that many survival shows. I mean,
I have never watched.
yeah,
a survival show
only one
myself.
I've watched is Girls Planet 999, and I guess Queendom 2 and Road to Kingdom, if you consider them survival shows.
Road to Kingdom, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, you could get like,
But like the groups are already made.
yeah, I wouldn't consider them survival shows either. So
Yeah.
I'd say only Girls Planet. I've
But
never watched
didn't you watch
Produce.
Watched the survival show that made.
You're right. I
Q1?
watched that as well. World Class wasn't that popular though. It was kind of bad.
But like even though I never watched any, I was really following you while you were like really into Girls Planet, and I actually voted for her bias.
And she didn't debut. I'm still really mad about
Yeah,
that.
and I was really emotionally invested, and I was
Same.
really mad she didn't.
And
debut.
honestly, like, I do think survival shows obviously have really bad aspects to it, and I don't want, like I said, I don't want to get too deep into that because I could talk for so long about it.
We have to make an episode on that.
But that's what I like about survival shows because you get so emotionally attached to these trainees, and they're really fun to watch. Like, I cry almost every time I watch an episode, but that's what makes it fun for me. Like, I want to see you improve, I want to see you debut, and I'm rooting for you.
But then they don't.
Yeah, but you still end up standing, the final group. You ended up standing Kepler, but maybe not standing, but you do like
I
them.
wouldn't be as much as standing, but like, as we said earlier, I went to Korea, and while I was in Korea, Kepler not debuted. They came back. They had a comeback, and
There's a cat in front of us that's playing with a piece of plastic.
that looks super fun. There was a pop-up store during their comeback, and since it was like near the school I was going to, I actually like just said like I could go for you, like get you stuff and also and like the whole like road when I was like on the subway.
Yeah, Subway.
Yeah, on the subway, I was like binging their new album and stuff, and I really like their songs. And like at their debut, I was there.
Yeah.
At the debut and stuff, even though I couldn't say like I know all the members. I know like there's a
You know
sister.
shouting as well?
Yeah, I know shouting, of course.
We
Like
all know shouting.
the snake thing.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. But yeah, overall, like, we all like Kepler. I think we're both gonna be pretty sad when they disband.
Yeah, of course.
I'm really emotionally attached to that group.
Yeah,
and
it's memories.
yeah, it's
Like,
really
and I
nice.
really,
ones.
it was a really fun time when we were like following
I
Girls' Planet.
really miss that. That's why I'm kind of looking forward to Boys Planet, even though I'm not into boy groups as much. But I am
Yeah,
looking
but
forward to
there
the
are like one of the members you really liked from
two
T1.
of the T1 members I really like are gonna be on that show. So I'm really rooting for them, and I'm super excited about that. I think if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have watched Boys Planet. I'm not sure because it does take a lot of time. Like the episodes are long, and then you're kind of emotional for 2 hours after that.
Yeah, and like there's who actually gets in. I remember because like I was watching the live when they were saying which members got in.
And me too. And I was in my psychology class because in that time I wasn't in business yet, and I was like front row in my class, and so I wasn't even like solo idol. I was like watching the live. So my teacher was like, we can see you when you're on your phones during class, right? I was like, I don't care. I'm watching the finale of
I
Girls'
wasn't
Planet.
in class, so I was fine.
Yeah, you're lucky. I thought about skipping that class just to watch it, but I had maxed out my amount of hours I could skip, so I was stuck there. Oops. I'll have to learn from my mistakes so I can watch the finale of Boys Planet.
So
that's all we have to say about survival shows for today.
Yeah, I think we should do a deep dive and like do an
let's
episode following
we're not
Boys
going
Planet.
too deep into anything today since the
But
first
like we're
one.
teasing that we're gonna be talking about Boys Planet, and we might come back on Girls Planet too, because like
I
we're
really
pretty
want to talk
invested.
more about Girls Planet. There's a lot of stuff that went on behind the scenes that
Yes.
I know of, and I really want to talk about it because it's been made like public to what happened, but I never see anyone talk about it, and there's been quite some serious stuff, and I think it's
And I haven't.
more people need
I
to
don't
be aware
really
of it.
know about like Girls Planet, but I've heard that there is often a lot of corruption
Yes,
and fake.
that's something else I
results.
want to talk about. Fake results. That's another controversial opinion of mine. I think they're a great thing, and I think they should have kept that. And that's something like in like survival shows before Girls Planet. So like I'm thinking Produce 101, Produce 48. The final lineup was completely fake. It wasn't the members the people had voted for, and it had been decided beforehand. And I personally think it's something they should have kept. It's really bad. It's bad for the other trainees. It's unfair, but it makes a great group.
Yeah, well, I think the votes of like, let's say, like professionals like voting in the show, which I think there are, should be more important than the people's
Absolutely.
votes.
I think that's something important we should get back on eventually.
Think not like forgetting the votes.
No, I
think that's like, it's not their talent that's coming. It's like
the
their
visuals a lot.
not necessarily just the visuals, but like the notoriety.
Yeah.
And it's more like who has the more connections, who has the most money and the most connections and stuff. But what I think would be the best is giving a lot of place to like professionals that can judge it. Because I don't think the opinion of the people is that great.
No, because after, like I said, I don't want to get too deep into it, but after Produce, when Girls Planet was airing, they tried to make it as much as like the fans were the ones choosing a final group. Yeah. And I love Kepler with my entire soul.
But they don't necessarily fit together.
They are a very unbalanced group.
Yeah.
And I think
maybe they could make a vote like in a different way. What I would think would be not necessarily like, I'd say classifying the members that are like a different style, making the styles, and you don't vote from the whole lineup, but you vote for each part of the group, so that would be able to keep the fans' opinions while still having a balanced group. But obviously, I'm not gonna have any effect on this. But like, we're gonna be speaking about that on our episode about
survival shows.
And we have one last subject, which is kind of weird. I don't know what it's doing there, but I guess.
Like I said,
we already talked about this, but I think we're going to go a bit deeper on that one. Because there are things that we haven't like gone that far. So I think there is more we can say.
Oh, or ults. Yeah, I don't remember what we wanted to say about that.
I don't know. Probably a mistake.
I mean,
We
I
did
guess
that
we can
fast.
talk about it. Do you want to start or should I start?
I can start.
Okay, go for it.
So like in our presentation, we talked like really fast about like our ults.
Yeah.
But I feel like we could like in this part speak about all the groups we like, how we like them, and like our biases,
Yeah, that's a
vectors,
good idea.
and all of that. So I'll be beginning with an order that makes sense, and at some point, like I just don't have an order of my liking. So I'll put Ace and When We first. Well, I can also speak about like how I got to know them. And
Yeah, I think that's
how
a good
long it's
idea.
been. So I started standing Ace when Savage came out. And after I started standing Ace, I didn't like right before I was like with you, like getting to know lots
Yeah.
of groups at the same time.
We
Like
both
I was
found out about Undercover, and I think we were obsessed for a while with
yes,
that
I
song.
remember like we had to run for a phys ed class,
Yes.
and like I was listening. No, you were listening to Undercover, and I asked you, "Oh, what's that song?" And he was like, "You don't know it. You don't know what that is." And I was like, and I saw Undercover from Ace. I was like, "Oh wait, I know that song. That song's great.
That song is amazing.
I love that song." And that was funny. But then like at that moment, I was like factory learning about groups. Like I remember we were literally making PowerPoints.
Oh my god,
You
I
were making
forgot about
PowerPoints
that.
about the groups you knew to teach me, and you would like do quizzes about like there would be pictures and it was like, what member is
That
this?
was so fun.
That
though.
was really fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really fun. But so at that time I was basically like getting to know lots of groups, strong amount of time, and then Ace came. I started standing Ace on my own because you weren't
Yeah.
standing Ace. You
No.
knew what they were as much as me, I'd say, before.
I started standing them almost like a year after you, I want to say.
Yeah, but you never really stand
No,
them.
like I know all the
More-
members. I
but
have a bias.
It was like me with 2.
Yeah.
Basically, and like 2 was like the equivalent of Ace. For
Yeah.
me. Like the story is similar, because like when I got to know Ace, then I just only watched their videos. I still have the groups I knew before, but I didn't get to know any new groups until when there was like day 6.
Oh yeah,
But I
remember
took
day
that
6
back
phase.
pretty fast
With
the
everything
J
that
thing.
happened, yeah. And thinking about Jay, I saw him on my For You page on TikTok the other day,
Mhm.
and I was like, people are smart. Obviously, they still think he's cancelled because he's not a good person.
Yeah.
And everyone in his comments were like, "Oh my God, Jay, I love you. You're amazing." I felt so.
We're gonna have to talk about Jin Woojin.
I hate that man so much.
And also, I think in the same subject there is also the Monsta X member. What was his name?
Wono?
Wano.
But he's a good man.
No, yeah, but like it's talking about like controversies and getting
There's that Le
cancelled
Seraphim
and
ex-member.
truth and false in these stories.
Like Le Seraphim Garams. I don't know how to say her name. Whenever there's an R, you're
I
losing me.
never like read it, so I
Yeah, but poor girl,
Kadam?
she's 16 and her life is over.
Why?
She got accused of a very, very serious bullying allegations.
Oh.
And she got kicked out the group, and then she continued getting bullied after
my
getting kicked out the
God.
group, but people thought she was a bully. It was so bad. I didn't see a case that bad in a while. I felt really bad
Yeah,
for
it's
her.
like the Jimin case, where like she was accused of being the
Oh,
bully,
yeah,
but
okay,
turns
Jimin
out
from
she
AOA.
was bullied.
But turns out she's
But
definitely
turns
not
out
an
they were
angel in the
all
story.
shitty people.
She's also a shitty. She's not the best. She's not the
But
worst.
like, it's not that, but it's more like that. The people that were seen as like the victims and like poor souls, they were bullying too.
Exactly, and there's a bunch of actors that have been bullying scandal as well.
I have to talk about this one. There is an actor that I really like that got like semi-cancelled because of a past girlfriend. In the videos and all of this, the girlfriend is so abusive, so manipulative,
Oh my god.
But everyone took it right because her characters in the movies are always like this.
This is the
You know
worst.
the actor from It's Okay to Be Okay?
Yeah.
It's that actress. So they didn't care that she was so
I
toxic.
remember the scandal.
'Cause
Yeah.
she's toxic in her drama, so they thought it was fine. And the guy got all the hate when he was being abused.
Yeah, I remember that. And
I have to talk about this. That's so frustrating.
yeah.
So Ace. So, and like I was pretty obsessed with Ace, and like I even like my first comeback with Ace was on my birthday.
What was the first comeback again?
It was
Higher?
The
No, not
Butterfly
Higher.
Fantasy.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember the title of the song, but it was... I really like that song.
Goblin, Favorite
Goblin.
Boys.
That song was
Skibby.
so good.
Yes, it was a beautiful Christmas gift.
Christmas gift?
Birthday gift.
You're Jesus?
Yes, I am Jesus. Now you gotta celebrate Christmas on the 2nd of September. Yeah, and like even the next year too, it got on my birthday.
Oh yeah, you're lucky. You're a lucky choice.
Yeah, good choice.
I'm mourir.
Try not to die.
Trying real hard. Anyways.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I can say with Ace. Like, my bias in Ace and, like, all over K-pop is June. And then I have my really, really strong record with Toon, like I've mentioned before. Next group would be Onewee. I haven't been studying them for so long.
Yeah.
It's a pretty recent thing.
Well, it's almost been it's been over a year still.
It's been over a year?
It has, because last year for Christmas I got you a Onewee album.
Right. I thought it was more recent than that.
No, it's been over a year already.
Wow. In my head, it's been like a few months.
It's been 2 weeks.
My bias in Onewee is Kangyeon.
It's not the, like, Young or whatever his name was. The one you don't like.
No, he's not my bias. I stand Kia. I
like
his
Kia's
vibes
vibe.
are cool. I like Dongmyeon. He's funny.
Is that the twin
gay,
from
the twin. He's
gay one?
The gay one. I'm not saying he's gay, but he's acting gay.
He's got gay vibes.
Gay vibes.
You know, we mean happy, not homosexual.
But like for us, it's a good thing. Like
yeah, I love
it-
them gay. You know.
She only stands girl groups and gay groups.
And like even if I stand up boy groups that's really like straight vibes, I'm thinking an ipin, I always end up biasing the gay boy, and it's not even like planned. Like in an ipin my bias is Sonu, in the boys my bias is Chani, and T1 my biases were Ungi and Jerome. Like, what's going on?
And like meanwhile, may I remind you who your bias was in Ace, by the way?
My bias in Grace was Byungkwon.
The only gay member in Ace.
Like, for real, oh my god.
And then in T1, your biases were the gay ones. T1, Ungi, and then me is Dongwon.
And I'm thinking even BTS, like Yoongi had kind of bisexual vibes.
I don't know. I never saw it that way.
I don't know. I feel like he's got straight vibes, that's for sure. I think Jimin has
don't
very
see-
strong bisexual
Yes.
vibes. And
Yeah.
I love that for him. Like, I feel like if he wasn't in a K-pop group, it'd be full on embracing it. And truly, I love that for him. Like, go Jimin.
Go to man. We're behind you. Not like all in London. But like-
no, but he's not in his K-pop phase anymore. I saw that now he was in.
But like he became Jenny, and then he
like
went
Rover.
back
No,
to being
I
European.
saw a TikTok of him the other day, and now he's in a straight white boy phase, but he's
Oh.
looking for a Filipino woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
went back to being a man.
Yeah, he's a man
Interesting.
now.
'Cause,
And he's
like, he
straight.
Oh,
And white.
okay. He's not bi. He's
No,
straight.
he's straight. A straight white man.
We're gonna have to do an episode on all in London.
I was gonna say I love that man, but he's fucking funny. Like, he's so entertaining.
Oh yeah, but he's crazy.
He sure is. But he's rich as well.
Well, of course.
So go him. Honestly, like...
Well, the only part that I don't like is the stalking behavior, but I don't think he's
No.
actually doing it.
No, I truly don't
I'm
think
pretty
he's
sure it's
stalking.
just for the shows.
He's definitely doing it for fame and all that.
Yeah. I don't even know if he listened to even one BTS song.
I mean, he's probably like a Butter fan.
I really see that for him. Yeah, so we were at 1 and my bias was Kangyeon. Then we can go to Astro, because I think he's in the
Yeah, maybe let's
first
talk
group.
about like our top 3 groups.
Top 3. I would just go through like all the groups that I listen to. Since me, I don't have so much.
Yeah.
So I'd say the first group that I started studying after BTS. I think it's ATEEZ.
Yeah, 80s.
ATEEZ. So in ATEEZ,
Your
I'd say
first comeback with them was Wonderland, I remember.
yes, Wonderland. It was a good song. Not their best, but it's really good.
So good.
But they have great ones, way better, but like hard to beat. Answer, Wave,
Answer's my
Say My
favorite
Name,
one.
like
I
unbeatable.
remember my mom waking me
Answer-
up at like 4 a.m. when the music video for Answer came out, and then we just like watched it together with my mom, and it was such a nice memory. Like, I
Yeah.
really like that.
For me, Answer, like the especially the beginning, like the part with Sun like getting up, like sorry, but like it just brings so much.
Yeah, oh, I love
song is
I love
great.
80s, honestly.
Yeah, they have great songs, great performances.
Mhm.
Yeah, and my bias in 80s is hard to say.
Wasn't it Sunghwa?
Yes, it is Songhwa, but there's Hongjun. Hongjun, I
Oh.
think.
Hongjun?
Yeah, so
I don't
and
know.
I know he was my wrecker, but like I also know they kept switching between the two.
Yeah, I always had a really hard time figuring out a bias in 80s.
Yeah. Well, for me, it kept switching between those two, and like Youngsang is hot.
I think my bias in 80s was Sun. But
Sun,
like I love them all, so it's hard to pick.
Yeah, but like to my memory, you never really got to pick one in 80s.
No, but it's one of those times where I just like really like all the members, but on the
Yeah.
same level. So
Yeah,
it's
you don't
too
really
hard
have
to-
so much of a bias there.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'd say the next one would be Astro.
Oh, that's true.
That's I'd say it's nostalgia.
They're
Like
like
Astro-
my kids. I love that
Yeah.
They're so important to me.
Yeah.
The day they disband, I'm jumping off a bridge. I think.
Yeah, same.
I
I'm going
can't
with
handle
you.
this.
Like Astro is just so much. It's and I think like even between us two, it's big memories.
It's very important. Honestly, if
Yeah.
I had to drop all K-pop groups, but one, maybe I keep them. Like,
Yeah.
they're so important to
And,
me
like,
in the world.
There are so many of their songs that are on my playlist.
Like, it's one of those groups where they just don't have a single bad song. Like,
Yeah, it's just always great.
they're slayers.
Yes. And my bias in Astro is really basic.
Yeah, but you're basic with your biases. Don't take it wrong, but you're
How
really
dare you.
basic.
Well, I at the end of saying all of my biases, I want to say there is a trend for both of us. Not talking about your trends,
Oh,
but we both have trends.
I don't know what they are. I'll let you talk about that because I can't think of it right now.
But like my trend, we all know it. It's always the same thing. But in Astro it's not.
like,
Who's the leader in Astro?
oh, that's true. You like leaders, but you also like really like main
Leader,
vocals.
the leader and the oldest member. It's usually
Oh,
that.
You're right.
It's
Oh,
the
okay,
leader
so
is
I know
my
what mine
bias,
is now that you're
and then
mentioning.
the oldest member is my wrecker.
Yeah.
In Ace, Jun, Donghoon.
80s.
In ATEEZ, Songhwa, Hongjoong. And then in
Very, very.
very, very, I only have one.
Oh yeah, you
But like
only have
he's,
one bias.
he's in the middle, I think. He's in the older ones though.
I think he's the second. No, he's the third oldest. He's in the middle.
Yeah, he's in the middle. But like in the Astro, it's Unu. Sorry.
He's really, and he seems like such a good
But
boy.
like, I
It's
really
a-
like his vibes.
I
And like,
really like his
and I
vibes.
watched all of his draws.
And he just seems like such a nice person. Like he wouldn't hurt
Yeah,
a fly.
but like I
honestly.
have to be completely honest. I'm not that much of a fan of how much, like, I'd say I don't mind him like being more popular just because he
Mhm.
does a lot of promotions on his own, and
Yeah.
that's just normal. But what I don't like is when you go to Astral Promotions and then only him exists, and I
I also
find that
feel, but I feel like it does also really bother me. But he's aware of that, and he's talked multiple times about how much he dislikes when that happens. And he's like,
I'm not taking it against him.
no, because
like-
he's aware of it, and that's
Yeah.
good because I feel like it happens in other groups, and they
Mhm.
never like talk about that. But
Mhm.
no, I mean like he's aware of it, and he talks about it. It's like it's the worst. Like I have other members; they're talented as well. Like talk
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah, and like, there's also something I don't like about, the way he's portrayed, is like he's really portrayed as the perfect
Yeah.
person, and like he can't have any flaws and always looking at that. It must be so much pressure for him because I'm sure he's not perfect. Like it doesn't exist.
No, obviously, like, he's
But
got his
every
flaws,
time
like,
he goes goes to TV shows, the script is to make him like the perfect boyfriend for your daughter.
exactly.
That's like I see the fandom of him being mothers that want the perfect like boyfriend for their
You're
daughters.
so right. Honestly, yeah.
But
Poor
like
guy.
I really liked, like, you know, he did 2 shows where he was basically the same character.
True
You know,
Beauty and
and
My
My
Ideas
Ideas
Gang.
Gangnam
I
Beauty.
started watching
It's
that.
the same character and it's so not him. So I was like, you fit, like, I think he really fits Suo's face and then he acted it really well. My Ideas Gangnam Beauty, I didn't like the drama itself so much.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
started watching it, and so far I'm like,
I
oh,
think
it's kind of
My
bad.
Ideas Gangnam Beauty is a not as good version of True Beauty.
I
So
agree.
I would say watch True Beauty instead. It's better. I prefer the message and everything.
True Beauty is so
And
good. It's a classic.
So, oh wow.
If you're gonna watch
and-
a first K-drama, honestly, I'd say watch that one.
Yeah. I want disclaimer, even though Anu is one of my ults, because like I'd say my ults would I would be, it's difficult now because I don't know, it's like Chun, Anu, and then I don't know if it's Dongwon or Kangyeon.
Mm.
But so Unu is in there, but I'm still a Han Sojun side. So that's a debate for another day. But like it's the first webtoon that I read, the second webtoon that I read. But yeah. So that's my bias in Astro. Then there's Very Very, where it's Keihyun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have so much to say except about Very Very, except that I translated their tweets for almost a year.
Honestly, Ghost and Very, like, it's been a couple years since they debuted, and they still haven't, like, popped off in
Yeah.
fame, and I feel bad for them. They're
They like
amazing.
tag. Great.
Cultural reset.
Yes.
Song of
Layback.
the year. Layback
Wow.
was so good. Thunder was amazing.
Yes.
They never miss. I mean,
Exactly.
they've
Well,
missed a couple times, but
well, everybody can miss, and I gotta be honest. Their debut songs, a bit of casserole vibes sometimes.
it was she was a basic bitch. She didn't bring much to society.
There was a few problems about high notes, but then
a couple
with
ones.
us, sorry, but those high notes were on point.
Exactly, he proved himself.
Yes, exactly. And what I want to see is not someone that's perfect from the beginning. I want someone that improves, that makes
Exactly.
efforts, and I really like the.
And Very
improvement.
Very is also a group I love, just chemistry wise.
Yes.
They look like a family, and I just really enjoy that.
You remember that episode of Weekly Idol when they were just bullying each other?
Yeah, and
that was just so
that's
funny.
what I like about. That's one thing I really like about K-pop.
I feel it has a similar vibe to us together.
Honestly, if we could pick like one group to describe us, I think Very Very would be the best one.
Yeah.
They all look like a bunch of introverts being friends that like to bully each other, and it's perfect.
But like they all don't take each other seriously.
No, and that's good because there are some idols that seem so offended by everything, like even if it's
Yeah.
a joke by their member, and I'm just like, you good?
You alright. What else? What else was there in the groups?
I think that's
I
pretty
think
much
that
it.
that's ONEUS. I
Yeah,
don't
ONEUS.
have a bias in ONEUS. I just really love their songs. that's it.
I haven't listened to and Wanna's come back in a long while.
I
need to do
don't
that.
listen to them when they get out, but
neither. They released an album. I think it was 2 years ago already.
yeah.
And I streamed that album every
What's the name
single
of the
day for like
song?
2 months.
The title track.
I don't even remember. I can check.
Cause
It was Devil.
oh my god, that one's so good.
This entire album is so good.
Yes, that was
I really wanted to buy that album, but I was broke.
Ouch.
I never did. Yeah, I really liked it.
So yeah, and I think that's all of the groups that I truly stan. Like, yes, I listen to a lot of TXT songs. Runaway, my
Oh,
Loser Lover.
Tag, Runaway. They're both culturally sets, I think.
Yeah, but I don't have a bias in TXT. I know the members, but like that's it. But like I'd say the reason why I don't have a bias in TXT is not because I don't know them enough. Like One Us is just I don't know them enough. TXT just because like I like all of them pretty much equally.
Yeah, it's same for me for 80s, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I
So
can
now
go.
another 3 hours, so you go around all of your biases.
I'll just talk deeply like about Billy and I'll go quickly
Mhm.
if you want. So my old group is Billy and I love them. They're still like a rookie group. They debuted last year.
Mhm.
But I've been following them ever since pre-debut. So back when they were still posting like those dance covers.
Oh wait, I forgot 2. I forgot 201.
Oh, when I'll talk about them, you can go on.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to Billy and like I feel like since debut and pre-debut, Billy had such like a big change because pre-debut they post like those, I don't want to say sexy, but like really hot dance covers. Like they were powerful, feminine,
That's
and all
not
that.
their style though.
Like they changed so much. I was gonna say Abu. And pre-debut they released a fan song and it's I have a hard time pronouncing that way. It's like Flower World. I was already really liking Billy, but that song like really got me into them. I was like, wow, that's really my vibe, and their concept photos for their debut was amazing, and I just really fell in love with them. And I just like I have good memories with Billy because when I found them, it wasn't really a good time in my life. I felt really lonely back then, so their music was. So yeah, it was really nice. I really like their debut. I know a lot of people didn't like it because their debut song is kind of strange. They definitely like brought something new to K-pop, but it was amazing. Still love Billy so much. And that's another group, just like very like these girls are so close to each other, like, and you know sometimes they fake friendships like in K-pop groups, obviously.
Of course.
But it's one of those times like I've never been so sure like they are family to each other. Like just one time they did a vlog and one of their girls was at a cafe and she was like, oh, I really hope like one of my members is gonna come because I feel a bit lonely. And then one of the member came and she surprised her and then she full on started sobbing because she was so happy seeing her even though they had been seeing each other like 2 hours before that, and that was really cute. And
I would never.
like their whole YouTube channel is just them being like best friends and loving each other and all that. It's really cute.
And I want to talk about picking friendships because I don't think it's that bad.
I don't. It's their job. I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
I
We're gonna have to talk about that.
I personally don't see a problem with that either.
Me neither.
I mean, my bias is Sua. I love that girl. I think she's really hot.
Hashtag Moon Family.
Yeah, well, I talk about that after. But yeah, I think she's really hot. She's got an amazing voice. And her favorite color is purple, so my favorite color is purple.
Okay, so that was why.
Yeah, I don't want people to think like, oh, she likes purple because she's an army. No, because I'm a Moon Swastan, okay? Leave me alone. And also, I have the same MBTIs as her, so I think I'm a winner in life.
Wow, wait, your ultimate bias has the same MBTI as you. Me too.
Is that a sign? Oh my
June
god.
is INTJ.
So is ISFP.
Oh my god.
Oh, meant to be, you know?
Yeah, really.
Anyways, I could talk for hours about why I like Billy, but I guess I'll stop there because I don't think anyone cares.
We'll do an episode about Billy.
Just an episode about Ace and Billy.
Yeah.
Then Kepler. We talked a bit about Kepler. Another one of my favorite groups. I have a really hard time picking biases in that group because I just got attached to them so much. My first bias was shouting because I was really rooting for her in
With Yurina.
Girls Planet. Yurina, my love, I miss her so much.
I want to cry.
And then I'd say my current bias is Dayan, but I also really like Baye and Yongin because I was rooting for them in Girls Planet. I was also rooting for Dayan.
But you were rooting for Diane?
Yeah, I never really talked about her though, but she was like my top 3.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it was like Yurina, Shouting, and Dayan.
Ah, but like I remember that's the one like I took the, because there was that individual poster I had to choose. It was Dahyun, right? Because I looked so dumb because I was just there and I was like, sorry, it's like a gift for a friend, so I just have to ask her like which
Dahyun.
one she wants, and then I'm like, you just point, you don't tell me the name, you just point me on like the pictures, so I'm just like, this one. So I look like I'm such a fake fan that doesn't know anything, but like I'm there at the pop-up store.
Oh, for you. But yeah, that poster was Dayan,
like,
and the Polaroid as well was Dayan.
But like the thing for the later, I actually asked like, no, you got Dahyun like because you got it by luck.
Yeah.
And like I remember there was like that other foreign girl that came and wanted to trade with me because she saw I was foreign.
Do you remember which member she had? I've always been curious about that.
I didn't. No, I don't think she told me.
Oh.
But like basically she came to me and she was like, "Oh hey, like I'm so happy to see you there. I don't see much other foreigners and I didn't know who to ask to, but do you want to trade?" So he's like, "It's not for me. I'm just gonna ask my friend." But turns out like you already got your bias. Why would you trade?
Like when I saw you at Dayan, I was like, "Oh my god, this is a win for me." But yeah, I really like Dayan. She really reminds me of Sua. Like they have the same vibe, so that's why I like her so much. But I just really like the group overall. Like half of my picks for Girls Planet made it into the group, so I think it's still a win even though I lost Yurina.
Yeah, but it was your biggest.
Yeah, I honestly, if Yurina would have debuted in Kepler would have been my old group, I think.
Yeah.
Or she would have been my old bias. I don't know. I was really attached to that girl.
Yeah, but she has the same vibe as you. Yeah, you know that like, middle-aged woman with kids but like looks 5 years old.
Yeah, and like it's kind of true though. Like we're both kind of socially awkward, but for some reason, like I'm gonna sound like not like narcissist saying that, but everyone loves us even though we're both so socially awkward.
Well, meanwhile, when we said we were like polar opposites, I'm the one that scares everyone away. And like I think even you can say that, but like a lot of people that meet me for the first time say that I'm scary and they don't want to come to talk to me. And I think you said that once too.
Yeah, and see, when I often meet new people, they just often tell me like, "Oh, I saw you from afar and you seem like to have such a good vibe. I really wanted to be your friend." I'm just like, okay.
And meanwhile, they're like, "You were so crazy. I thought you would bite me." I was just like my normal face.
I think that's really funny.
Yeah.
What other groups? Stacy. I love Stacy.
Yes,
I'll be honest, I didn't like Stacy during their debut. I was like, I thought they were like overrated. I didn't understand why so many people like them, and now they're one of my also. But my bias is Jay and Xian. She's really pretty. She has a really nice voice. I keep forgetting the groups I stand on. Oh, New Jeans. I love New Jeans. I love New Jeans so much.
You have the same taste as white supremacists.
We don't talk about that. They're all younger than me, so that really hurts my pride.
Ouch. I hate that. That's why I only stand really old groups.
Yeah, but I really like the girls. They're super sweet. Les Seraphim. I like Kazuha. I like Japanese members. I don't know why. I love Japanese.
Kazuha?
Kazuha, she's Japanese.
Wait, that's the name of one of my favorite characters in Genshin Impact.
Genshin, yeah, I know. Whenever I'm like typing Kazuha on Google, then I just get Genshin.
Like, he's my main.
Oh, he's a guy?
Yeah! He's Canadian either, something like that. Wait.
And then in IVE, I'd say my bias is Liz. She really reminds me of she really reminds me of Naido in 2521. I don't know why.
Oh, I hated her. I gotta be honest.
I know, but she has the type of personality you don't like, so that's why.
Yeah, when I explain the thing about J-Hope, she's like that.
Yeah. And then I guess I'll finish with Twice for girl groups. There's a few other girl groups, but I'm kind of lazy. So Twice! My biases keep changing, but I think right now my top 3 would be Dion. And she's been my bias since debut. Not debut, but since I started studying them. So she's a solid one. And then Gio and Mina. I didn't like Mina at first. I was like, why is she in a group? She means nothing.
Oops.
And now she's one of my biases. And then TX.
We can see that being a recurrent theme with Stacy being like, ew, how dare you? And then being like, oh, my ult.
It's the same thing for an iPhone, you know? I used to
Yes,
hate an
you
iPhone.
hated.
And then
I
at what point they were
remember
my
you would
ult.
text me like hating an iPhone. And then you're like, I'm starting to stand now.
And I was so embarrassed, like, why am I doing this? Who am I? But yeah, my bias is Sonu, and then TXT, Bumgyu, and Yeonjun. But we don't talk about him. I think that's it. Oh, T1. We keep forgetting
Yes, T1, poor soul. Well, we have to say that, like, we mainly liked T1 before, like, the member change.
Yeah, well, I don't remember you. I started studying T1 during pre-debut, so before TO debuted.
Yeah. But, like, I knew them before TO, because, like, you were talking about it to me. But I started, like, knowing the members and stuff, I think, like, about 6 months to a year later. But, like, were they already? No, they weren't TO1 when I started.
No, they were TO when you started
TO
studying.
when I started studying them.
And I feel like my history with TO1 is kind of complicated. Like, for the longest time, Chan was my bias, even was my ult.
Yes.
And then Sungmin was always, like, there for me. I always loved him. He was my pre-debut bias. So I'd say he was always a bias of mine. And Ungi was a wrecker. Eventually, during T1, he became a bias. And I feel like after Reborn, my main biases were Sungmin and Ungi. And Chan, I still love Chan, but he kind of did some problematic things, so I kind of have a bit of a hard time with him. Actually, my biases are Sungmin and Ungi. I really like Minsu. We have the same MBTI.
Yes.
We're the same person. I've never seen myself in a
Minsu is
idol
like
as much as him.
iconic.
He's an icon. He really is. Right now in the group, I don't know who my bias would be
I had
because
a
all my
wrecker in
biases.
T1.
You had a wrecker?
I had a wrecker
I think it was
in T1.
like Jiyoon.
Yes.
I think my
yes.
my current
Yes.
biases would be the same as yours, so like Dongwon and Jiyoon.
But I remember like they were they were the ones that you really liked, but like you preferred the other one, but they all left.
They all left, and I still have. I don't know how to feel about Chan, so I'm kind of just taking
But, like,
it. I
so
think
you
that's
lost
all.
your obsession with Chan. All your Chan, cause like your bias in very wasn't Kangmin in the beginning.
No, it was Oyoung. It's still not a Chan.
No, you had a Chan at some point.
Min Chan.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
remember
think
something
so.
about Chan.
But I liked Min Chan. But my
But
current bias is
maybe
Kangmin. I love Kangmin so
I know you were
much.
obsessed with Kangmin, but you had a phase with Min-chan.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I love Kangmin so much. He's another one I could talk about for hours.
Yes, but like Kangmin is a vibe.
I love that boy. And then Astro, it's Moonbin.
Moonbin, yeah. Moonbin was a big thing for you.
He used to be my old bias.
Yes.
And now it's his sister. I think that's just so funny. Like,
yes.
it's really funny.
For anyone that doesn't know that the 24 hours fan cam.
Yeah, if you don't know that fan cam, go on YouTube and type like Astro Moonbin 24 hours fan cam and thank me later. Like, it's gonna change your life.
Like, you were obsessed with that one.
And
but like, it's great. I approve.
And I just think it's really the funniest thing how I ended up ulting both of the Moon siblings, and they do like a lot of collabs nowadays. I think it's really fun to see like both of my old ult and my current ult together. And even when I was biasing Moonbin, like Sua wasn't even like in her group yet. She was still a trainee, so it's just really funny. I love that. Because when I started studying Billie, I didn't even know she was his sister.
Yeah.
Get it, Sua. Get it, Vivian. Like, go
Yes.
me. I know what I like.
I think like we wrapped up our subject.
Yeah, I think this is like a 2-hour long episode we have.
Well, it's pretty normal for a podcast.
Yeah.
I hope like we went around like basically getting to know our opinions and us enough.
I think I'm hoping it's gonna give you like a general idea of what kind of opinions we have. We didn't go in deep into really anything.
Yeah, we like went surface level and everything.
I think we'd have to do like one episode per subject because I'm realizing that we have a lot of things to say.
Well, we're always like this, but like the point of this episode was mainly on like getting around everything, presentations and stuff.
Yeah.
But I also hope that we won't be too embarrassed about this when we watch it again.
Oh, I'm
A
not
few
gonna
years.
watch. Oh, maybe in a couple
in a few
years,
years.
but I'm not watching that again. I'm gonna let you like suffer and edit it, and I'm never watching it.
I think I'm gonna edit on mute.
I'm wishing you good luck.
Yeah, I'm scared. I hate my voice.
Oh, I hate mine, especially in English. So good
Yeah, because
luck.
I have my accent and I hate it.
Same, and like I'm tired and I have allergies right now, so there's a bunch of words I'm having a really hard time pronouncing because of all dry my.
Because like
Like-
my accent isn't that bad usually, but I'm having trouble right now.
Oh, I thought you were great. Like I could hear you talking. I was like, damn, I suck.
I thought the same thing.
Well, I'm glad we both suffered during this time.
Ouch. Plus, like today, I had a really bad time because at the job, like I with my boss, I speak French, but like there was that other employee with which I usually speak Korean, but like when he was actually asking me something, I was just like, nothing came out, and I was
Oh,
just
no.
making signs or like saying one word to answer. It was really embarrassing.
But yeah, I'm truly praying for you because I have like a YouTube channel of my own. And obviously, like, I talk in my videos. And just when I edit that, I'm like, God, I can't wait to be done editing
But
that video.
I guarantee you there would, since it's basically just like audio, I'll just be finding where the chapters switch and like trying not to listen too
Well,
much.
you're gonna have to cut a few parts because there's a few ones where I'm coughing and dying, so.
We'll see you coughing and dying.
You don't care enough.
I don't care. But like, apparently you get better at listening to your own voice. And it's true
Yeah.
because I was way worse before.
Yeah, same. Like, I'm fine with editing my videos. I still, like, don't love it, but I don't die.
But like, I remember like in the, because I had drama class before.
oh, yeah.
we had to
that's-
listen to our acting videos.
Ew.
That was
I would have killed myself. I
torture.
think. Oh, no, that's bad.
Because, like, the acting was cringe.
Yeah, for sure. And you're in high school as well, so that's even worse.
Yeah, and, like, I'm socially awkward. So on stage, I'll look like shit.
I still can't believe you were in drama class. Anyways, that's not a place to talk about that. I
Bad
don't think our
choices
two
were
listeners
made.
care.
Like, I don't know. What will the maximum views of that episode will get? I say 1.
Oh, I'm gonna say 7.
7.
7 for BTS, you know?
Interesting. Oh, so you think each member of BTS will be watching our
Yeah.
podcast?
Like, Jill's gonna be, damn, that bitch hates me.
Sorry, Jill. Arm's gonna be. Well, you didn't speak about your
No.
hate of RM too much.
It's for later.
It will come. It is coming.
It's. I was gonna say it's not as bad as your
We
hate for
didn't talk
Jill,
about
but-
our hate for Jin. No, I think your hate for RM is worse than mine.
No,
for
I'd
Jill.
say it's equal. I don't.
equal. Yeah, equal.
Equal.
And our hate for Jin is the same.
And we don't hate him that much. We just think he's overrated.
Yeah, we just think he's a basic bitch.
He really is. He's not white, but I don't care. Basic straight white boy.
Like, well, he's pale.
Yeah, he's pale as fuck. I think he's paler
Exactly.
than me, so go him.
Yes. And like, stay tuned for a story time about my time in Korea.
Oh
Really
yeah, that's
interesting.
gonna be
That
spicy.
story
That's
is
a whole episode for
spicy.
itself.
Yes. If anyone is watching this, you have to be waiting for this because it's spicy.
Korean drama or something else.
And when I told you the story, I didn't get over the jealousy part between my sugar daddy and the guy, but there was.
Oh my god. And I was into it. I was listening to you while drinking and I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was ends.
I was not expecting that.
Like a little preview. Do you want to how do I resume the story? I ended up alone with a guy I met the day before, 4 hours from Seoul, without knowing how to get back. Only the guy could help
In
me.
a foreign country.
Yes. I do speak Korean, but I'm socially awkward.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting one.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. I think that's pretty much.
I hope we have a few viewers one day. Maybe
Yeah. Imagine we
you-
get famous and then we get invited to K-pop stuff like KCON. Imagine getting invited to KCON.
Do you think I'd ever have time to go there? I would be way too busy with university.
True, but still, I could go for us. But then again,
How dare you?
we have bad opinions and we keep saying bad things about idols. So I don't think we would get invited to KCON.
Yeah, I think they would be on the list of people that can never come in.
So you're banned.
You're banned from KCON.
Okay, I think we should stop here for tonight.
Yes, all of this will probably be edited out.
Mm.
The rent of the end. Maybe on a blooper someday. On how bad we are at podcasting.
So how should we end this? Thank you for listening to our first episode.
We're actually impressed you got that far, but without getting offended and just leaving in a temper tantrum.
And if you're offended, please send us a comment. We live for them.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, our goal is to get cancelled on Twitter by the end of this year.
We don't really have Twitter yet, but it's coming soon. So for now, I guess you can cancel us on TikTok. That
if
really
you-
does the job as well.
If you can, try to find the Twitter account I used to translate very, very posts, years ago. It's dead, but I might have still 100 followers yet. So if you can cancel me there, go on. I'm waiting.
And I have a few TikToks on there, so you can also cancel me there if you want. Honestly, it's just as popular as Twitter
You
now.
have an Insta account for trading, and you have a YouTube channel connected to it, so you can get canceled.
Yeah, honestly, cancel me. I don't really care. I don't have that many subscribers, so I'm not losing much.
I have a Kakao Talk account. Trying to cancel me there.
Cancel me on Messenger if you want Facebook. The Facebook moms love me.
I hate essential oils.
You ate essential oils?
Yes, everything to get canceled.
Oh, okay. I was like, why are you talking about that?
Well, Facebook mom.
I ate apple pies.
How dare you?
They're not good.
I can't eat. I don't think there's any English name.
For
Tarte au sucre.
whole sugar pie. I
don't think it exists, but basically, think
pie.
yeah,
A
so-
pie literally filled with sugar, brown
it's
sugar.
it's just
kinda?
brown sugar and cream,
Mm.
basically. It's super sweet. I can't
You
eat
don't
that
like?
shit.
Oh, I like.
I can't eat it. It's good. The taste is amazing, but it's so sweet. I can barely eat one bite.
Yeah, I used to have a hard time with really sweet things. Not as bad as you though.
Mm.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
Bitch. I hope you were able to last through our amazing accent and bad opinions.
I'm sure the more we do podcasts, our accents should get better.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
because the last time I spoke in English this long was years ago.
See, I think I've never spoken English for that long. I think
Yeah.
it's usually an hour at a time.
For me, it happened. When I was young, I would play with that one game online, and it was with Americans.
Oh, okay, I know.
So I would be on Discord on group chats for hours.
Yeah, same, but I didn't talk because I was shy.
Oh. Well, me, I had that one friend I was close with, and we would be in group chats just us two, so.
Oh, okay. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for being there.
It was the problematic K-pop stans.
And we'll see you in another episode.
Bye.
Bye.
손에 담긴 앞에 너들 같이 말할지 몰라도 깨끗한 티 이별은 너를